Alright, guys, welcome to US Soccer Daily. I'm your host, Jared Ramirez, and let's get into it. Alright, so, first topic I want to talk about today is the movement of youth into the MLS. The MLS is usually known as a retirement league and a place for all the old greats from Europe to come on over and finish their career and make a lot of money for fans in North America. But I don't know. Something's been changing in the past years of MLS, and there's been a fluctuation of young youth players who are still in their prime, who are still able to put up ridiculous numbers in the MLS to make the MLS a better league and overall grow the sport here in America. Could be traced back to Diego Valeri for the Timbers or Sebastian Giovinco for my Toronto FC, which shout out to any Toronto FC fans. You guys still have broken hearts, because I still do. The Sounders didn't deserve to win that. Anyways, moving on. Something that's really intrigued me is the expansion coming into the league are Minnesota United FC and Atlanta FC. So, Atlanta signed this kid, a midfielder from Paraguay, and his name is Miguel Almerion, and he is a pretty great prospect. He's 22 years old. He was tearing it up in his former league, so I assume he's going to come up to the MLS and start tearing it up. My only concern with Atlanta FC, as I'm looking through their roster right now, they have all midfielders and forwards except for two, and that's a goalkeeper and a defender. And the defender is Michael Parkhurst, which they got over from the Columbus Crew. And so yeah, obviously they're gonna go ahead and have to make a few moves around to get some defense back there, because you can't just play offense like that. Can't do it. They can't do it like that. But they are going to be very attack minded. They have Andrew Carlton, the 16-year-old U.S. men's national youth team player, who looked really impressive at the U17s. He looked really good there, so he's looking like a good prospect. I hope he gets some starts this coming 2017 season. So, and then we hop over to Minnesota United FC, and we have 3 players on their roster currently. Joseph Greenspan, a young defender, 24 years old, they got from the Colorado Rapids. Kevin Venegas and Justin Davis, all defenders. So obviously they're going to be making some moves to get some offense into their team, because you need some offensive power in this league. Like it or not, you need someone to score goals for you. So coming up on December 12th, which is tomorrow at 2 p.m., I believe. I want to say 2 p.m. Don't quote me on that. Is the expansion draft. So the expansion draft is a kind of North American draft simulated, kind of like other sports teams. And it's basically where the 2 incoming teams, Minnesota United FC and Atlanta FC, they pick unprotected players from the current teams, which the list has been released today, the 12th of December, and there are a few names on here that just stood out to me, and just thought, how could you leave these guys unprotected? Because obviously they're going to come in and swoop like easy. So as mentioned before, Atlanta United is going to be looking for, Atlanta United FC is going to be looking for some defense, because they have 1 defender and 1 goalkeeper, right? So they're going to be leaning more towards a defensive-minded, probably a veteran to be able to carry the team. So I'm looking for them to pick up someone like a Tyrone Mears or Steven Beitashour. Tyrone Mears is from Seattle. He's 33 years old. He may be a little too old, but he has quality in him. He has started in the English Premiership, and he has played for the MLS. He's played in the MLS Cup playoffs. so he's a true tested veteran, and they can rely on him at the fullback position. Another one would be, as mentioned before, Steven Beitashour. Steven Beitashour showed like a really good outing against throughout the entire Toronto FC playoff run they had, especially that cross where he sent into Benoit Cheroux for the go-ahead goal against the Montreal Impact. That was crazy. That was amazing. So yeah, they're gonna probably want to aim for more fullback, maybe a fullback, maybe a higher quality goalkeeper. Another one would be Clint Irwin. Clint Irwin has been on top of the game. He just got finished again with the Toronto FC run of playoffs. So Toronto FC, regardless, is going to be losing a very, very good player. Another person you could be looking at is Chris Duval. He is a Red Bull fullback. He's a quality fullback. He's a highly sought after young prospect. I want to say he's 25. He's 25 years old. He's from Duluth, Georgia. So obviously Atlanta United, Atlanta, Georgia, has strong ties to there. So it's close to his hometown. So watch out for Chris Duval going to Atlanta United FC. And moving on to the Minnesota FC, they're going to want to pick up an attack. They have some defense. They're going to make some more defensive moves in the coming future, but in the expansion draft, what they're going to aim for is a veteran, depending on their style of play. They might want to have someone who's a speedster that can get in behind the defense. Maybe someone like a Toussaint Ricketts. Toussaint Ricketts, he came over mid-season this year to Toronto FC, and had a great playoff run. He came in and he scored 2 goals in the postseason, and he really showed what he can do. He's about, I want to say he's 29 years old, Canadian international player. So I think they're looking at him for veteran leadership in the attack. Another person they could be looking at is Harry Shipp. Harry Shipp plays for Montreal Impact. Is that correct? And yes, the Montreal Impact. He is an American. He's pretty young American. 25 years old. That's pretty good. My only problem, I don't know, because he hasn't been getting constant minutes in in Montreal, because he's been behind Patrice Bernier and the other midfielder. Who am I missing? Ignacio Piatti, of course, the amazing DP they have. But yeah, his stats, I'm going to read them off to you. He has started 75 games. This is between the Montreal Impact and the Chicago Fire. He has 17 assists, 12 goals. And yeah, he hasn't got a lot of time in the postseason, so he might be looking for a move to get him away from Montreal Impact, get him somewhere to start. The Minnesota United doesn't have any midfielders, so that might be a strong place for him to start. Make a case for him. Yeah, you can clearly tell by the way, just the difference of Minnesota United and Atlanta United FC, how they're just building their teams completely different. Minnesota United make sure they get good defense and build from the back. And Atlanta United's like, go out, sign this paycheck, get the best we can, get attacking forward, attack. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play out in the 2017 season. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, there you go. Make sure to check out the expansion draft on December 13th, 2016 at 12 p.m. Not 12 p.m. 12 p.m. in my area, in Mountain Time. 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So check that out on MLSsoccer.com. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys like this video, then throw comments at me. I love to have discussion. I love to talk with other people about what they have to say about the MLS. Another thing, this is my very first video on this channel. I really do enjoy following the MLS, and I know everyone in Europe, all the top European leagues, they like to bag on the MLS, but it's it's my league, you know. It's North American League. I respect it. I like it. I like watching it. So that's just my opinion. So I've chosen to follow it. So please leave a comment in the comments below. I will really appreciate it. Let's start a conversation. And yeah, I'll leave some social media down at the bottom. So yep. All right. This has been US Soccer Daily. I'm Jared Ramirez, and I'll see you next time.